Hello, this is me, Zain Ali Khan, and my partner Ali Shahrose. So today we are discussing, actually we are demonstrating our mid-evaluation of the project of TDD27. So this is our GitHub repository for that. So what we are actually building, so there is an application called Sharingo, where we can share our profile with each other. It's kind of a social media network. You can take example of Instagram. So we have take the exposure from that and we are implemented in our project. So in this application, we can post our picture. The other person can comment on our picture, can like our picture, so like that. And for the landing page, we're gonna have an ability to sign in and sign up. For the headers, we are using navigation bar for the switching between the home profile and setting. And we also have, as all social media network has sign up functionality, so we have implemented that as well. So for the home page, we are just showing the post photos with the caption, the like of the pictures and the commented that people has done on that. And also the owner can delete the profile as well and post as well on the same time. On the profile page, the person can edit his profile, name, date of birth, gender, etc. And on the setting page, it can delete the profile and change the password. The changing password functionality we hasn't implemented until yet, but in the second period we will implement. And for the user page, user can see all the profiles. So for the technical specification, we are using React, Redux, Bootstrap, Babel, Node.js, Express, Mongoose, Mongo database, Cloudinary for the photo saving, Postman for the testing of all the APIs, and Heroku for the deployment, same as written here. So firstly, I want to show you the how our things are working. So as we can see, the I can restart it again, so it's gonna be easier for you guys. So now as we can see, our server has been started, and if we are going to the Postman, I am creating a user. So here I already filled all the fields, and then I'm sending it. So now as we can see, that user has been created and it is generated the token for that specific user. So this user, this is the token which is associated with only this user. So whenever we will go to the private route, we will use this token for the authentication purpose. So let's suppose I am signing this user again, and you can see that this user already exists, so it shows that this user got signed in. Now let me create a profile of this user. So I'm clicking on the create profile. I should have to remove this and I am adding it as a preset. So add adding X token, which is the key actually we have given in the our backend. So we're gonna use this token, and body already filled with the data, so we are just sending out the data. As we have sent the data, we got all the data back in the response that we have sent. So this profile has been created. So on the other route, we can see that get all profile as well. So when I click on this, you can see it shows all the profile. So because we only have one profile, so that's why it's showing only single profile. Otherwise it could show multiple profile in the arrays. So also we can see, we can find the user by a single user by its ID. So what I will do, I will just grab the ID from this user. Sorry, I will grab the profile. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I have put the token as well. So yeah, you can see that it's fetched the profile as well. So like same goes for it. We can delete the profile as well. So we are just put it token here, and then we can delete the profile as well. Yeah, successfully profile deleted. So now as I have deleted the profile, so I can't create the post. So again I have to create the profile as well to show you guys how to create the post as well. So I'm adding the profile again, but I can't create because I have already deleted the profile and the user as well. So for that I have to sign up again. So now I'm doing it, sign up again. The user, I got the token key for that user. I'm doing it now. I'm creating the profile for that user. So for adding it, the value of it. So I'll just, oh sorry. I have added. So this is gonna be added, and then I've also added it. So this is gonna add the profile of mine. Yeah, it has been added in. So when I will go to get all profile again, it will show me again all the profile. But this time, as I have already deleted one profile before, so it's gonna show only one profile. So now the same for the post as well. So I can go here and I can create the post as well. And this is the image that gonna be saved in the database. Database as well as the Cloudinary server. So I just have to change the preset here, use my own token, and then I will add the profile. Yeah, so we are getting the response that successfully the post has been implemented. So as we can see here in the Cloudinary, if we refresh the page, we can see the post here, the picture that I put it in the post, and for the profile I have added the picture which came in the here as well profile, as well as it's gonna save in the database as well. Let me show you guys. So it's also saving all the things in the database as well, the user, the profile, the post, all the things are saving according to the user ID. So we as we know that we can get all the posts as well. So like I'm getting all the posts, as I only have a one post, so I can only show the one post as well. We can also see the single post by its ID. So I will just grab the ID of the post, and the ID of the post is here. I just grab it and I come here, and as you can see that we can see the single profile of the post. We can delete the post, we can delete the comment, but first I will show you how to like the post. Otherwise, if I delete it, then I should have to do it again. So we just have to write the token here, and we are just coming here, adding the token, adding the post ID, and then we can like the post. You can see that the like has been added in it. It is written that post has been liked, and we can unlike the post as well. If I'm coming here, I am removing the preset, I'm adding my preset, and I'm adding it. So it shows that post unliked successfully. So as well as we can add the comment, uh, as I can say the first, and I added the post, and for header I have to put my token, and I send. So like see, I have added the commit, which is first commit, the date, the full name who has committed, that user ID, and the ID of the commit as well. We also can delete the commit, but for that we require the post ID, which we're gonna put here. And for the commit, we require this commit ID. And if we are coming here, I'm gonna put the token because it's also authentication private route. Then we send, we can see the commit has been deleted. So we have implemented almost all the functionalities of the backend, but few amendments are left. So we will do it in the second period, and afterwards we're gonna have to implement the React stuff as well. So now further on, my friend Ali Shahrose is gonna explain you. So move into Ali Shahrose.
Hi, I am Ali. I'll walk you through the code. So this is the backend of our app. We have decided to do the backend first, and this is done in Node.js. First of all, I'll show you the dependencies. So there are some dependencies that we have not used, like Gravatar and Express Validator. Instead of Validator, we have made our own custom. And instead of Gravatar, we are just simply using the images uploaded. And we have JSON Web Token for authentication. We're using the Mongo's ORM for MongoDB, and a bcrypt for the password encryption hashing, and Cloudinary for image hosting. We are also using NodeMon so that the server is restarted automatically after every save. Concurrently will be used later when we have two servers running, one for the backend and one for the front end. And yeah, let's go through some code. So this is our main server file, the entry point. And here, as you can see, it's not very large. That's because we have separated the routes into different files, and all we are doing here is creating the Express app using the JSON middleware, and this limit is very high because we want to use the images, and we are sending those images in the like the base URL, base 64 URLs, so that they can be saved. And we connect to database and then start the server. So if we go to the database file, here you can see that it is using the Mongo URI from the config file, and it's this default. It has some super secret stuff here. The thing to note here is that this is the MongoDB Atlas, and we're just sharing the link for that, so we don't have the actual database installed on our PC. So yeah, these are just some to get rid of some warnings, and we start the database, otherwise we just end it if the connection fails. And now let's I'll show you some models for the database. So these are very simple. Mongoose, we're using the Mongoose for the schemas, and the user is very basic, and at the end we just export that thing. Same thing for the profile. Profile is a bit extensive. Yeah, social media and stuff like that. Some of them are required, like the very basic stuff, and other are not. Same thing for the post. In the post, yeah, I should mention that we are using the reference to the actual user document and the table. Then, yeah, these are our models for the database. And we are actually using, before going to the routes, I'll show you this auth. So we're using this middleware as JSON authentication. So everywhere where we have a private route, we first go through this middleware to verify the JSON Web Token. and it's using the secret from the config file. So in the routes, we have these users sign in and sign up. If I just expand this, yeah. So this is our custom validator, and to see this, we have this folder utilities and server helper, and in this we have implemented some basic validation. So we get the input, the request, and what fields we want to validate. It also does the password validation and then maintains a list of the missing fields, and then show them in a nicer way. And also we have this utility function to reduce the lines we need for every response. Yeah, going back to this sign up. So first of all, we validate. So whatever we want to validate, we specify that we want these fields to validate, and then we validate. So this type of stuff is done everywhere throughout the server, wherever we need validation. And yes, I would love to go in the details of all this code, but I'll save that for the individual screencast. So we have this sign up and sign in, and then we have the profile here. There's a lot of stuff here. So the main thing is that we're using these routes, and I'm sure my friend Zain has already showed you how they work. Yeah, important thing here is this image handling. So back in utilities, we have this Cloudinary, where we are using the Cloudinary API. We set it to our cloud, and we have the upload image, delete image, and a get default image. So this get default image is when we don't specify a profile image for our own by ourselves. So it gets a default image from here in this folder. And otherwise, there's some these transformations are done by Cloudinary. So before saving to the cloud, on the fly, it converts the image based on these parameters that we give. So in while doing the simple post, we just say that it is a JPG and there is no extra customization. But for the profile, we are doing a little bit. So in the profile, we just wanted to have this circular image, and then the background will be transparent. And of course, we need to save it as PNG for the transparency to work. Yeah, then we upload. Delete image, we just delete whatever the ID is. And yeah, that's it. So back in profile, there's some nifty logic going on. I'll explain this later. And we have all these routes that were shown in the postman. The same for the post here. If I just expand, yeah, everything is here. You can see all these one-liner responses. That saves us so much space. And then this auth, all it does is gets the user data. And yeah, I think we're done here. We are, as you can see, that we have most of the functionality implemented, but since we haven't done the front end yet, there might be some changes that we will do in the back end. So we will come back, but mostly everything is done. Yeah, see you in the next video for the code. Thanks.